speaking of which, let's start with a bang and talk about Dynamite.
So we have a very fast start this week. We don't even get entrances this week, which is good because it's a bloody 10-man tag. Or no, is it a 12-man tag?
Yeah,
12-man tag. It's like trying to at this point is like, is there any man like once you go above 8, it's like it's just a chaos tag. It's just chaos.
Dude, they needed 2 referees to referee that match.
Oh yes, JR. I believe you're 100% right. Wow, I didn't know I had JR on with me. Can I add some barbecue sauce?
I'm not gonna do an AJR impression because I have too much respect for him.
Oh, we can get into that later. No, that's not me trying to slide against JR, mind you. That's us having our third segment. We'll get into that later. Foreshadowing, guys. We have a wonderful segment on the third part.
We can do it too.
But yes, we had no entrances. Like this was just like an absolute like spot fest with 12 people. This was like just beautiful flowing motion at times, and it interlaced with absolute chaos.
Especially this one sequence between Paige and Omega. It felt like for an entire minute they did hit a move back to move back to move, and it was so fluent. It was just poetry in motion, to borrow that term.
I think Jeff Hardy might need to take that up here. But you know, some of the things that were quite interesting I noticed as well. We had like Anna Jay and Ten on not on commentary, but very silently watching from the commentary desk. There was this point where like FTR run like a train online, and then Kenny and Hangman get involved. There's like great fluidity between the tag teams who are not even teams. I don't know if that's because there's like a little bit of foreshadowing of like Hangman kind of being best buds with FTR right now. But there was definitely great like inter-tag fluidity on the side of FTR and the Elite.
Did you notice that FTR only tagged Hangman in, and they only came to help Hangman? However, the Bucks came to help break up a pin or try to break up a pin of FTR.
Yeah, there is those little subtle divide lines in there.
FTR only working with Paige, but the Elite is trying to work with them.
Which makes sense, because this is where I think we're going to get our big first angle with FTR or the Four Horsemen, realistically. I think it will be the Elite versus the Four Horsemen, but what type of the Elite is the question.
And because what type of the Horsemen?
Well, we know what the Horsemen's theoretically going to be, because I also saw some footage of like little nods of appreciation and respect between Shawn Spears and FTR as well during that match. If you're just looking very closely, so we can assume that we're going to have Shawn Spears and FTR. The fourth person is going to be Hangman, but then does Cody stay with the Elite or rejoin with the Elite again?
I've told you my fan theory there before. I think at this point, Shawn Spears is the red herring. It's Paige, Cody, and FTR.
But Tully Blanchard's going to be involved, surely. How's the...
But Spears is a perpetual loser, portrayed as a perpetual loser, and Tully is eventually just fed up with him. I mean, he gave him the talk half a dozen times already.
He also gave him the black glove, though, and on Dynamite as well as Dark, he has been effectively loading that black glove, and Tully has been supporting him in the distribution of the loading of the black glove.
Just fanning the flames here. We need two different theories here, competing theories. So it keeps fresh, you know.
Fine, you go out there, right? You could say it's the Red Herons, Cody, and I'll say it's Shawn. But like, I need to know what version of the Elite's going to come, because even if like Cody is off doing his own thing and doesn't get involved in it, maybe he does. Maybe there's 5 Four Horsemen, because there has been in the past more than 4 Horsemen in the Four Horsemen. Who is the other person that joins the Elite, though? Is it Matt Hardy? I don't think so. I think he's too busy with the Inner Circle. I think he's going to be dealing with that noise. But, like, do we find...
Matt Cardona, it's obvious, isn't it?
I love Matt Cardona, but I actually do love Matt Cardona. You know, I don't think he got the right shake, and we can all agree on that in WWE. And I think that he finally has a chance to do some stuff. It's going to be fun and interesting. But it's like, what is going to happen? I need to know who the fourth person is. Are we going to just randomly see Marty Scurll appear out of nowhere? Like, is there going to be like an ROH, like AEW Love Fest going to happen, and then Marty Scurll appears and the Elite come back? I don't know. Fuck, I don't know, man. But this match, though, we'll get back to the match.
No, it's probably Sex Ferguson.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah, Sex Ferguson. I don't know, man. He's still broad with Chad Too Bad, though.
Yeah. Maybe it's Chad Too Bad. Good. I mean, he won this huge match last Sunday, okay?
Oh, yeah, I know. I watched it. Yeah, I watched the Boner Yard match. I watched it.
We will talk about this later. Let's get back to the match.
Yes, we'll get back to the match. We're too excited.
Dax Wheeler hit his backbreaker and Cash jumped off the second rope. And this is when Dax injured his knee in kayfabe.
Yes.
And Cash and Hangman and even the Bucks helped carry him to the back. And Omega was in the ring. He's still a legal man, and he's fighting 1-on-6 now. And he's still trying to carry it, yeah. But it's interesting that he hates FTR, or at least doesn't like them, right?
Mm.
But yeah, he is a legal man, but also he didn't go backstage with them. Little nuance there.
Yeah, little nuance. I don't know if it's... I need to go back and watch the match. I don't know if it's because maybe he was just trapped in combat and couldn't, or didn't realize the Bucks and the rest of them had left him. Because at one point I was kind of like going...
He watched them leave.
Right, okay. I'll need to go back and watch that. But there's an interesting part off the back of that, though, I think you're about to go into. I'll let you do that now.
Well, the Bucks are back first. That's where I would start telling. Yeah, Bucks come back first, of course. And Matt Jackson gets in the ring, gets a hard tag, but Dark Order they have the number advantage, and they just dominate, like really dominate the Elite. Until Hangman Adam Page comes riding in. No, he doesn't ride in. He just comes back, gets a hot tag. He clears the ring, clears Dark Order from outside of the ring, and while he's doing this, Brody Lee just stares right at him. And Page beats up 9, throws 9 into the corner, and commands him to tag in Brody Lee.
Yeah, like a bit of like macho machismo, just kind of like two alphas just ready to they just tee off on each other. A real kind of just a big not bro moment, but like to put it this way, the superpowers were colliding at that point, you know.
Sure.
It's a 2020 Macho Man meets Hulk Hogan right there, if you ask me. Clearly. But no, like it's just they're just teeing off on each other. But again, like the numbers are still a bit too much for Hangman at one point. And Brody's a powerhouse. Like Brody, God, I always knew he was a great wrestler, but during this sequence, he is just, oh my God. And then you have this moment where like he goes to do this discus clothesline, but. No, it wasn't even a discus clothesline. Sorry, my apologies. There's the part where they're about to do the buckshot lariat, and he manages to dodge. He almost catches Kenny, and the fluidity of, I think, like one of the Dark Order pulled Kenny out, and the clothesline just misses Kenny by inches because of the pull out, and then you just have like Hangman getting devastated. And I'm sitting there going like, what the hell? Like, just like hard to the margin for error was so thin on that, and they pulled that off, and I was just like going, "Oh my God, how do you do that without like rehearsing that?"
And Page gets pinned of that, and I think it's the first time Page got pinned in 2020. So really big loss there.
Really big loss. Like he just takes a discus. The discus clothesline takes Page's head off. It was brutal.
The only thing that got me confused is why did the Dark Order guy pull out Kenny Omega? I think that was mistimed. I think he was meant to do this after the discus lariat.
I don't know. Maybe it was the kind of I thought personally it was to secure him while the pin was happening, because we do see that Matt or Nick
Yeah,
on the
that's
left
what I
hand.
said.
No, but like the Kenny gets pulled to secure him. Did
Yeah.
you not say it would look confused?
Yeah, but the Dark Order guy pulls him away from the buckshot lariat.
Maybe it was just a fake out though. Maybe it was to kind of give us that. Oh God, is this where them two are going to like
Yeah.
have beef again? Because these got hit with that lariat before. Kenny's got hit with the buckshot lariat before, and it did cause a bit of cracks in their foundation. Maybe it was just to fake us out a little.
Yeah, or a little bit of. I think the Dark Order guy missed his timing. I think he was meant to do it 2 seconds later.
Interesting. But could he pull him out like that if he had got hit with it? Because technically he would have been down. He wouldn't have been able to sweep him.
No. A Page wouldn't have hit him. You see it if you watch the match again. He did stop actually before.
Oh,
he caught himself. Yeah.
I see. This is the thing. I guess I'm going blind at my old age. I got a year older last week, and clearly I went blind.
I mean, I paid close attention to this because it was really curious to me why the Dark Order guy pulled him out. So, like in kayfabe, let Hangman hit Kenny. You know, let this happen. It's good for us. But
yeah, fair.
Anyway, great match.
What an opener! Like the Dynamite have got their openers just down to a fine sense.
They have like great storytelling with FTR, Page, and Kenny there. Really cool match to watch. And Dark Order got their heat back from last week, so 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, 2 thumbs up from me, man.